How are we?
Start shortly.
Yes. Alright guys, so we have a very interesting topic tonight that we'll be talking about. Interesting indeed because you guys have been blowing up the comments of this video, and I think it's pretty interesting. We find it interesting to see everybody basically sharing their opinion, and we've had
Yes, sorry.
we've had a lot of varying opinions in the comment sections. We've even had arguments in the comment section. All right.
Yeah, man. It's been heated. A lot of we find that some persons, I don't know if persons misunderstood the conversation, but we just want to state this, right? So, want to state several things. We are here in Jamaica because we chose to stay here in Jamaica, not because we never had an option or never had a choice, right? We chose to stay here in Jamaica. We chose to build our life in Jamaica for a reason. And that's because we believe in nation building. Not saying that those who choose to leave, they don't, but I mean, we believe in nation building.
We chose to build in a different way.
Right. And
because you're gonna see in the comments that those expats, those cowards, are nation builders too.
right, so we are actually on the quote unquote coward side. You know, we basically stated all the reasons why someone would want to opt and leave Jamaica. However, some persons made it seem almost like, say, you know, we are traitor to the, you know, to Jamaica, and we are not for nation building and nothing like that. But that's not the case.
Well, I guess probably those persons agree with what the junior mayor said in that instance. But we are glad that we are here.
Yeah.
And
also, we want to state as well, right? What happened, Jay?
You can look at the comments in the phone because I've seen comments.
Yeah. Okay.
We got our director here, Patroen, telling us to look at our comments. Can I see the comments too?
Yes. So let us, exquisite Caribbean queen. She left this from long time, you know. So yes. So she had said Jamaica need to travel and liaison with Africa, create industry abroad. Our children
and young people are suffering from the colonizers' education systems. And now that we see racism and oppression, that's it.
Of course. So, but for the persons who are actually here now,
big up.
Yeah, big up on yourself, you know. Keona edits, late bug gang. Yeah, man. Keona. Veteran FX, watching from Alaska. All the cold stay, veteran. We can know what going on, is it? Marley, hit the like button. Thanks, Marley. Thanks for that. Hit the like button, guys. It really helps us. Alright, so hit the like button. Alright. Sherry Brown, good evening to you too, Sherry. Kemi, say hello from San Antonio. So San Antonio will be a few hours behind us now. So about what time now? What is it? About 3 o'clock? Probably 4 o'clock there about. Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Out of many,
yes.
We are one. Big up.
Big up yourself, you know.
Natural baby. Baby.
So you are saying you never left school, work, etc.?
No, we went to school in Jamaica.
Yeah.
We both went to UTech, ironically, but we were actually at UTech at the same time, but we never knew each other.
Right.
So we both went to UTech, and after school, we actually worked in Jamaica.
Right.
We have traveled, but yeah, it's just in Jamaica. Like we are not one of those persons who went to live overseas and come back, and we literally built all that we have from Jamaica.
Being here in
Jamaica.
Yep. Right, so that just shows you where we are at. And again, we're gonna go into more detail. So basically, I was responding to some comments. Maybe persons they don't know us and they just maybe pop on the video and just start saying a bunch of stuff. But also some persons say we're not in tune with what's going on in America. or we don't know what's going on in America.
And we also want to dive into that. So as I'm saying, as I was saying, like there are so many different opinions. I want to like kind of tear them apart and look at them fully, so that everybody can have a really good presentation of the opinions and understand the various dimensions that are being mentioned.
Right.
All right.
Right. So
Empress Sunshine Jacqueline. Big up.
Kemi, I appreciate you all for choosing to stay and build to keep the country moving forward. Thanks for that, Kemi. It's hard though, I'm not lie. Enough time we consider get up and leave, you know what I mean? In the past, we thought about it, and I think we were close at one point. But we were close at one point, but
that is true. But then guess what too? Remember to tell you this, Kemi. You have to know your role in building. Right? Some persons can stay now and effectively push and build. Other persons have to leave because there is no way for them. They don't have any opportunities. You have persons who, I saw this girl on TikTok and she was saying that when she was here in Jamaica, she's not even have panty.
Yeah, she literally like tear up to your panty and stuff like that. So that scarred her.
And it scarred her.
So she like never want to come back to Jamaica, come live. And you can't handle because suffering hard, So persons who are overseas, sometimes them look on persons and say, boy, at least when you can pick mango or whatever.
Pick mango away. But
even if you have a mango tree in your yard, can pick a mango like you gotta live pan climb mango tree every day, like that is something where you want to do in your pastime or
Not because you have to eat a mango because you have nothing else to eat.
Right.
So Kemi is like, we are happy that I can still enjoy Jamaican sun, but down here hot.
Yeah.
So not because you see the sun down here, sun hot, you can't use AC, so you're burn up in a dynamics here. It's hot down here, but it's really hot down here, if you know what I mean. And there are persons down here with literally no opportunities.
Something go wrong, so no. Wait there. What go on so?
It's bad now.
We are good?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know. The phone on me, I watch it pan set, but it look like everything good pan an angle there.
Okay, well.
Guys, let us know. Tell us if everything good. Tell us. Just drop an emoji. If everything alright, drop an emoji for me, please. We're not sure.
Let us know if you had any break in intermission. If it's still good, if you can see us. Or whatever. There are persons there are some comments that I'm gonna highlight throughout this that it's gonna give you the reality. So you have some people in Jamaica that are okay. Them get up.
You can continue.
Them
Sorry, 1 second, guys.
Have food. Them have internet. They have somewhere to live. You understand? You have other persons in Jamaica who not know where to live. You understand? They have no education. They don't have any opportunities. Them family can't help them. Them in fact, them need to help them family. And when them go out, the only work that they can find in there is the minimum wage work. We can't suffice them, much less them family. You have persons who leave Jamaica, and when them leave Jamaica, them go overseas and can make life better for themselves. So I think a lot of persons in the comments alluded to the fact that America is really hard and Canada is really hard, England is really hard, every country hard.
Everywhere going hard. No matter what, because at the end of the day, because look, it's gonna be difficult no matter what, because guess what? Nobody not give you nothing. There is no goal line in any street. There's no money line around for anybody. So you have to work. If you to be successful, you gotta work. So I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be hard everywhere. So you saying that it's hard here, like what does that really mean?
It's hard there, but let's compare the hardship that you face in America to the hardship that a poor person faces in Jamaica. And then I think if you simply look at the rate at which people leave Jamaica, that you'll be able to understand how hard it is down here. You understand? So it might be hard over there, but then prefer that hard.
True.
Because Jamaican hard is a little bit too hard.
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes.
And the thing is, with living in Jamaica, I mean, if you come from a humble background and you don't really have a start, that's what makes life in Jamaica difficult. You understand? I mean, Cass mentioned it last year, what a nice place to live, sweet jam down. The only problem is dollars not run. So you see,
have that, we're good.
if you have money in Jamaica, you're good. And actually in the video we mentioned that Jamaica is among the best place, or is the best place in the Caribbean if you want to return as an expatriate in terms of the strength of the foreign currency coming back home and having that to spend for daily living. So yes, ultimately in the video we did we stated that going abroad, working and coming back home is good for most persons. It will work out very well. And we also mentioned in the video that based on that, a friend of mine made a joke one time that probably it would be a good thing if those living overseas would return home and those who are living in Jamaica would go overseas. Everybody would be happy, So
I see Mali in the comments, she said, well, I'm assuming is a she, but Mali said they are building foreign nations first. And then she said again, China rapidly developed when the diaspora returned home. And when the diaspora returned home, was home in the same position. So what is the difference with the diaspora when they returned home? Did they return home in a better position?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start with the comments more rapidly so that you guys can participate and have your voices heard.
Grizzy said, load the FPL and fix the video. Who name Grizzy? Grizzy, identify yourself there.
Grizzy, I know him.
Video free.
Grizzy.
Sorry, guys. I don't know because the phone I get hot. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know the reason for that. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Jeez and peace.
Right?
We back. Y'all back. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. So we read some more of the comments.
All right. Food Explorer say the problem with Jamaica is that our parents and grandparents had so many children with no financial plan. That is true. Most of them have no generational went for their children, and the cycle continues. That is so true. But that is true, though. That is true. That's a factor.
But I would like to add to that. So our foreparents were not educated. You know, like we were basically in the dark as to our opportunities. We weren't educated. We had to fight to become educated. Two, our society was set up throughout the whole world. It's almost as if when you're black, you can't ascend to certain heights. So we had to fight through that too. So when we go back to the past, I mean, the black race and the Jamaicans, we've been coming a far way. We've now reached to the point where a lot of our children are now going to universities. UTech, UE, NCU, all the teachers' colleges, Marine, what happened the name? The new Marine School University. Maritime University.
Yeah.
So we are expanding and education is on the rise, and that is one of the biggest benefits to us, that we are improving our human resource. And this is what we're talking about, improving human resource. If you have a company and the head of that company takes all the money, living wealthy, nice, them know everything, them well educated, but they don't spend money on their staff, no staff trip, no thank you, no bonus at the end of the year, no quarterly incentive, and you're working your bones off, and the return for the employee is very low, and the employee lifestyle is very low, then the moral of the employee will be low. What am I trying to say? It's the same thing. I remember one of our past prime ministers saying that the pay to be in Jamaica as a prime minister in Jamaica is very low. and it was being compared to companies. It's a perfect comparison. Because if you do not grow your company, then you can't get more money. The fact is that the government is not expanding its human resources. It's not improving in the people. It's not improving education. It's not improving the social network so that our poorest among us can actually live and live okay. All right? So if the people of the country, if majority of Jamaica poor, you know, if majority of the people in the country poor and desperate, you know the reason why housing is in such a big demand? Because most of our populace needs house. Because enough of them...
It's inaccessible for many.
Yeah, they can't afford proper housing. Right? And for a lot of our population in Jamaica, living in a good house just means go renting it. Okay, you can't buy it. So when you're talking about morals, and building your country and fighting for your country, if you can't eat food tonight, sir, miss, you can't fight for you can't fight, you're hungry.
True that.
If you don't see yourself sending your child to school where you picnic hungry and eat mackerel and you can't hardly afford the chicken, you want to go to a place where you can afford that for your child.
Guess what? The next thing, if you look at even hotel chains, you have a hotel chain in one franchise in Jamaica, all over, for example. The staff in Jamaica get paid way less than staff in even other Caribbean countries. Why is that so? Because the government, they set the bar. They give alright, you see, when these tourist destinations set up shop in Jamaica, they basically give them that leverage to say, all right, tell you what, come to Jamaica because your staff overhead will be much less than in other parts of the Caribbean or other parts of the world. So they come here and pay the staff less. Right? That's one key thing too. A lot of persons aren't aware of. If you go, I don't really want to call names, but if you go a hotel destination in other parts, even Bahamas, for example, and do a survey, the staff over there get paid way more. International companies, they pay Jamaican staff way less than they pay the staff in other countries.
So Ronaldo Williams says, yes, I'll make 5 to 6,000 US monthly, an average 10K US between my wife and I, both teachers. So making 120K here versus there is nothing. Far better by far.
Yeah.
And we love Jamaica. I think Jamaica is a wonderful place. And things are going on in Jamaica. But let's make it very clear. I think, this is my opinion, for those who pack up and leave Jamaica, I would never call them cowards.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking to improve your life, Ronaldo Williams just said it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
you can counteract an argument like this. The only
Jamaica,
way you can counteract this is by offering the person more.
I mean, here in Jamaica, teacher's salary just over 100,000. Say argument say, between 100 and 200,000 a month. The average mortgage right now, that's already half of the salary. You take up a car note, another 50,000, and I look at regular car I talk about 50,000 a month. That's like 150,000. Jaden is to the side, by the way, guy. What you saying, Jaden? I don't think so. No, he's not. He's not. Yeah. Jaden talking about the guy that was it's Ronaldo. That's Ronaldo. Yeah. That's the same name spell. Yeah. So right. So where was I? Yes, in Jamaica, a teacher's salary. Say the person that make 200,000, and that's the high. That's on the high end. $100,000 towards mortgage, $50,000 towards a car note. Whenever we go to the supermarket, like when we go do the bulk shopping, monthly we're spending like 50,000, 60,000, and that's not giving us everything. So already a teacher's salary got their expenses outweigh them salary already. They don't start the transportation yet. They don't start feed them kids yet. They don't start give them kids lunch money for school yet. So already you see what I want.
Yeah.
So it's hard to survive and mind you guys, $200,000 a whole heap of money compared to like the average salary in Jamaica. The average salary in Jamaica is maybe 50,000 or 40,000, closer to minimum wage.
Woo.
You understand? That's more like the average salary in Jamaica.
Like Reynald Williams, you're talking about teachers salary, but there are people in Jamaica working in wholesales. There are people in Jamaica working in customer service, working in the office, and they are getting minimum wage. This person
said...
said...
see if we can read some of the comment them quicker, because we just read randomly, guys, because we kind of miss a bunch of them. Lisa Gab say, at $150 Jamaican dollar to $1 US, country can better. Yeah, it's rough, you know. But mind you though, I mean, sometimes the bad exchange rate can benefit a country if they're doing a lot of exporting. So you see, if we, for example, doing a lot of farming and we are export the produce, we get rich, you know. Because you get a lot of foreign exchange, and when you convert that to the Jamaican dollars, it will be a lot of money. But at the moment, we are importing everything, and that is the problem.
And let me put another scenario to you. So a lot of these other countries that we're going to, they have big farms. They literally produce food to feed their country. One of the problems, as Adrian said, is that we don't do that. So our people who live on farm work, go over this upon farm work, they might go over this to go grow food for that country, because that country is interested in growing food. But in Jamaica, how easy it is to grow food and live. First of all, you have to get the land. You know how expensive land is now? You know, and then what too is being negated is the fact that we don't educate our people enough as to the benefit. How can I start? What is the benefit? What is the where it all? To do certain business in Jamaica is almost as if you're building the wheel. It's like you have to pave the way. You have to get the tractor and dig out the forest. That is how difficult it is to do certain things in Jamaica. I can tell you, because we are trying to do certain things, and when we try to get enough knowledge and enough expertise and enough help, a lot of the people around them have no little help, no little leadway. We have to go and start creating the infrastructure to do what we want.
Right. Carl Black says 60K really? Yeah man, 60K, that's a 15 grand a week. 15 grand a week is above minimum wage. Minimum wage is $9,000 per week. So that's almost double minimum wage. So yes.
Yeah, sad.
You understand?
Sad.
Yeah man.
Sad.
Like China, we should be exporting. Exactly. I remember the days, if you wanted a house or build a house, if you don't go overseas, you won't get that house in Jamaica. But now it's possible to own your own home without going overseas. That is true, and we've done that too. We've you know, so we can definitely attest to that. But we are not the average. we are not the average.
Sad to say.
You know, a lot of persons. I mean, since we really since we joined the YouTube community, we really realize, you know, how much we are like role models to people. I mean, persons look to us like, you know, we are high achievers, you know, and that's simply because of how accessible or attainable this resource called house is in Jamaica.
And that is the reason why we do what we do on our channel. Other persons say, boy, you give so much information.
Yeah.
And that's because we want to. We want to, because there are so many times we go through the process, so we know the frustration involved. One, and two, there are so many persons who would look on us and say to us, boy, I don't think we can do it. I want to do that, and it seems to them like it's an impossible task.
But when we list out the information, now persons are able to achieve their you know, their house. We did an interview recently, guys. Who watched the CVM TV program, Central Innovation? Who watched it? Make me know in the comments. We were on TV last week. So make me know in the comment who would catch me on CVM last week, Tuesday 8:30 a.m. and the repeat
at 5. At Friday at 5.
Right. Let me know in the comments who the catch we.
And if you didn't, you can catch us this week again.
This Tuesday coming.
Yes, on CVM Central Expressions
Yeah.
on CVM TV at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat on Friday at 5 p.m.
Yeah, man.
So check us out and give us your support.
Yeah, man. So we were there and we big up the producer and the host, Lady V,
Yeah.
for the opportunity. You know, we really appreciate that. So
Definitely.
the producer and her husband, they were basically telling us how we enabled them to own homes. You know?
Yeah, because we basically did the series where we started to basically present homes, new developments, and we presented Phoenix Park and they heard about it and all that. So
and also we actually stated how to go about. So you're not just presenting the house, doing a house tour, but also providing the information how to achieve this, and they were really appreciative. And we're actually gonna put out a video real soon about next week. In the next week, when you can stay tuned for that, turn on your notification bell. We're gonna show the us being on TV and that aspect of it. So yeah, man. There are a lot of vacant land that people can still farm on without any pressure or agony. Yeah, that is true.
Well, remember that those land belong to somebody. So first you have to acquire the land. You have to find out who owns it. If it's government, if it's private, and if you can get those lands, and then you have to put in the irrigation system, you have to put in the infrastructure.
And not only that too.
Yeah.
So sometimes people acquire land and then they get removed, because even now I-95 in Portmore, a lot of farmers were out there. A lot of farmers, them plant papa, whole heap of things, pepper, all kind of things them plant out there upon I-95. And right now they are being removed. So they got lease. And it came on the news too. Not only I-95 but the Bernard Lodge area. A lot of farmers, they had leases for the lands in and around this area. So this is really a very good area for farming, and all these farmlands, the government, they basically remove the people and they give them to developers to put houses, So though you can acquire land, this is one big risk in acquiring land, is that for farming, of course, is that you can get removed over time. So imagine you do all the groundwork, put in irrigation, you plant up your crops, and you basically invest in this place. And then a few years later, the government come and say, we're gonna put some housing developments here, you have to move,
Yes. This other person said there's a lot of money to make in Jamaica, especially in this digital age. We agree with you. We agree with you. But then not everybody is able to capitalize on it. So that's what I'll say about that. Arab Dan says sometimes you have to choose where to live, especially in the US. Don't live in New York and Florida.
Expensive place, them never true.
Find a state where the cost of living is low.
Definitely.
I agree with you.
And most Jamaicans, that's where they go. They go to New York. We've been to America, and that's one next thing too. Where in the comments, the previous video, we see the people talk about we don't know what go on in America. We travel.
We have
travel, guys.
Overseas.
Plus we have close family. Like Cass, mother, sister, auntie, uncle over there. For me, father, sister, cousin, best friends,
auntie, friends.
You can name it. Are in America, and we have close ties to them people. So we have conversation with these people daily. So we are in tune with what go on in America. You get me? I say, so when we talk, we not talk from based on what we see on TV. We are talk based on what we know. All right.
This Tina Chambers says, I am a home health aide and doing a live-in job for US $280 a day. The
$280 a day? But how much money that's
the work is backbreaking. The amount of money you get for one day is a lot. And he said the work is backbreaking. I mean, we have to choose what we do and how we are able to basically put ourselves into the society. I know persons who lived in Jamaica and used to do farming. Farming never did go with nothing. The cow them be maga. You understand? The land never did produce enough food to give a lifestyle that they're living now, that they're living overseas. Overseas, them not have no education. Still, them not have no farmer training. But guess what? They went over there, went into a course. Now they're doing building, and they're able to afford a lifestyle that they would have never been able to afford. Drive a car. Where? No far out here, including us, can't drive.
Yeah. All right. So all right, let me go through some of the comments then from the video. So we're gonna ask, because we didn't get a chance to actually respond to the comments, or a lot of the comments. You know, persons actually asked. So when the people in the US, basically that are living in the US, it's almost as if they are, what they call it, they're dissuading persons from coming to America to live. But my question is to you guys, if it is so bad living in the US, and I see it in the comments as well, these persons ask, why not return home? If it is really so bad as persons make it out to seem, why not return home? And that's what, that's one, if you can respond in the comment, it will be good. So, Cass.
Somebody, yes. I remember I saw this comment today, and the person was saying, the person basically, I'm going to paraphrase because I can't find it back now, but the person was basically saying, you know, you make life in the US seem so glamorous, but when people come up here, they might live from hand to mouth, and they're very poor, and they're saying that they want to go back home, but they're afraid to come back home.
That's what they said too?
That's what somebody said today. So I'm saying to you, if me go somewhere and me figure out that me could have lived better somewhere else, what stop me from come back?
Exactly. You don't have to go back to live in the same community. You don't have to.
But then if they come back, that's the point. If they come back, they would have to go into the same position that they were in before. And they're not willing to do it. Because the same position you were in before is not as good as it is now. Which I think is the case for most people. We know that any country you go to live is going to be hard. The fact is, or you can probably find a comment that you like.
No, man. You bring it.
The fact is, every country is hard, but if you're willing to work, and if you're willing to put yourself into it, and get your job done, and build yourself, you know, improve upon yourself, you'll find that it's easier to do that in another country, like say the US and England, Canada, than it is in Jamaica. All right?
Let us read some of the comments from the video there.
It says, too often when this argument...
It says, call the person name.
Narco Green.
Yeah.
Says, too often when this argument of migration comes up, people focus on the money, salary, which is important. However, the quality of life experience in Jamaica when it comes to crime and the socio-economic reasons is becoming more and more unbearable.
To be honest, one of the reasons why we didn't mention crime and violence in the video as a factor for migrating is simply this. Crime and violence are everywhere, right? You have school shootings, you have teachers leaving Jamaica in a violence-riddled society, going into the US, knowing that the chance of a mass school shooting is so high, and they still make the trek. So this is one of the reasons why we don't really use that as an argument. We talk about overall being able to afford the basic amenities of life, the basic necessities, even a car. Some person might not look at a car as a basic necessity, but it can be, you know? Because a lot of persons, I mean, when you are younger, you aspire to own a car. So, yeah.
Jackie Benjamin says, please don't think that the grass is greener on the other side because of this time. It is because at this time it is definitely not. Right now, the cost of living is extremely high in the US, Canada, and especially the UK. Especially since the pandemic hit. Most people in the US work more than one job. You are so correct that the dollar strength when it's brought outside the US, Canada, and UK about the dollar strength. Here in Trinidad, we pay electricity bill every 2 months. Every month we've been in Jamaica here. Water bill every 3 months, every month in Jamaica here. Long lines to buy KFC and at Pizza Hut. If your salary is 7,000 TT and under, we pay no income tax. Some of our citizens here are lazy. They think that the government owe them. Minimum wage is on the average $6 an hour. Some think that it is not enough, but the bigot rob those who work for the same minimum wage. Venezuelans are here working 2 or 3 jobs, but some Trinis only complaining about no jobs. When I listen to you two, Trinis don't realize what a paradise they are living in. So the situation, the life experience in countries vary, and it's simply because of the infrastructure that is put in. People talk about it being difficult because the food prices are increasing in the US. The gas prices are increasing in the US. The fact is, no matter how hard it is over there, it's harder down here. The amount of money it takes for you to fill your tank over there is not the same as down here.
Because Trinidad is a Irish country, so the fuel cost is much less, you know.
Yeah, and when you think about food, if I even talk about food, the persons who live in the US, Canada, UK, in the comment section, let us know on average what kind of food do you eat? Can you eat fruits? Can you buy grapes every week? Can you buy nuts every week? You can buy cashew nuts. You can buy almonds, you can eat certain foods, because in Jamaica, you know, if you don't have a certain amount of money, you cannot buy it. Yeah. You have to buy the bulk rice because you and your 2 kids have to eat. And only $9,000 you have. My friend, you can't eat grapes.
Alright, so why can't I mention that, you know? Alright, so in the video we mentioned that in Jamaica it's difficult to eat healthy. That's because, alright, say for example, like now Cass is on a diet, so we're gonna expound more on that. Person say, oh, in Jamaica you can't eat healthy, America, holy part, GMO food, whatever. That's not what we're really talking about. In Jamaica, it's difficult, it's expensive to buy nuts and vegetables. It's very expensive. It's easier, it's cheaper, you buy rice and flour, but at the same time, rice and flour is not the most healthy thing. That's why we are so diabetic here in among black communities, because we are cultured to eating rice and flour and it's not good for we. So when Cass say eat healthy, she talk about the leafy vegetables, the nuts, the grains, and them things that she talk about. And you really cannot afford that in Jamaica with an average salary. Eating healthy in Jamaica is only the rich can really do it.
How many Jamaicans on the average Jamaican, me not talk the one them we make $300,000 or more, or even $200,000 or more. I thought the one them who have the mortgage to pay, or the rent to pay, the car bill, the light bill, the water bill. I thought the one them when I have no responsibility. But you're living in Jamaica, you have your kids, you have your responsibility, you have your bills, and how much money can get up and eat potato all day for the week? Now let's talk about healthy living. Let's say you don't want to eat no dumpling. And remember, I always say this, you know, Jamaican dumpling is flour and salt alone. When they get to other country and they mention dumplings, a very thin layer of flour and salt is on that, my friend. The middle of that is meat. That's what they call dumplings. So first of all, let's look at what we call dumplings, and you'll be able to figure out the socio-economic class of the people living in the different countries.
Yes. By the way, guys, we're just gonna remind you all, you guys can utilize the super chat option, right? If you wanna give us a donation, you guys can use the super chat. All right. It really helps us to improve our channel. To buy equipment, you know, stuff like that. So it's really important, you know, if you can leave a super chat, you can do that. And as well, the super chat will enable your comment to be highlighted, so we can see it much more easier. And also we're gonna take the opportunity to big up the channel members. Yes. All right, big up the channel members. You know, see, as we have any of you guys here in the chat with us today. But big up the channel members again.
Big up the
So
channel
if
members.
you wanna be a channel member, the join button, there's a link to join at the top of the description box. Right? So you can do that. Yeah man, and again guys, thanks for joining. Leave us a like. If you can't give me a super chat, just click the like button.
Yes.
Right? I really much appreciated the
and
support.
we appreciate you coming out tonight to discuss with us.
Yeah.
But I really want to put this question out there. Like when you go and you are able to buy rice. So for example, you're living in the US, Canada, Trinidad, UK. How affordable is it for you to buy basmati rice, jasmine rice? Do you only have to buy the long grain rice? Because in Jamaica, that's what most Jamaicans buy. Because those rice, them out of the pocket. You cannot get that to feed your family. It's too expensive. When you look at even food like all potato, how much potatoes do you need to make baked potato or to even make mashed potato for your family? You have to do that one time for the week.
By the way, sorry guys. You guys mentioning soursop, breadfruit and them kind of stuff.
That's not available to everybody.
No, but them are talking in the US. So persons in the US, how much you have to pay for your breadfruit and all them stuff. Really, them stuff is almost like optional. You don't have to. You don't have to buy the Jamaican food. There are only other stuff in the US that are more cheaper. But we understand that you want the Jamaican experience. You're living in this cool, dark place. You want a Jamaican experience, so we can understand that, Yeah, man. You can grow food in Jamaica, of course. But yeah, and there I know farmers. In fact, we're gonna feature a farmer real soon. He might do big. He might do several things, for himself. You know what I mean? He also runs the pest control company. So if you guys watched a video that we did recently, Casting Our Floor, you would have seen a video where we feature a guy that do the pest control thing. So he also have a farm, So there are persons here that are doing farming, but farming not accessible to everybody. It's hard. You understand what I say? And water is a challenge. Water accessibility is a challenge here. Despite it look easy, rainfall every day, but
no,
we have our most days. But
it don't fall most days either. It
depends
on where in Jamaica you live. It depends on the type of land that you have, if you even have any land area. So most of Jamaica, the areas that have the mass jobs are the more developed areas. When you buy a property in those areas, like similar to where we live now, you don't get a lot of space where you can plant up your yam and have up your big mango tree and your soursop tree and have your breadfruit tree. A lot of the time you don't have. You have to pick and choose which tree you put by your land and how big it's gonna grow.
Vintage Couture say it takes 9 square to grow lettuce. Seeds are cheap. Spinach and callaloo grow quickly, as well as lettuce, and it doesn't take acres of land to grow. That is so true. That is true. We not go around that at all. That's definitely true. We've been eating too much flour and salt for too long. Get the likes up, fam. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, Carl Black. Respect for that. Get the likes up, people. Click the like button, please.
Yes.
Folks, yeah, man. Yep. Leon Robinson, a long time, a brother you support with, Leon Robinson. Big up yourself, from day one,
Daddy,
Yes, Jay?
I think Mommy said she spent £20 to buy one breadfruit in the UK.
Yeah, it is expensive. Yeah, because that's an imported thing, but yeah. So Jay is beside us, and she's telling us about the experience with the mom, Yeah, honestly, lots of young people simply don't want to do certain kind of work. Here in Jamaica, certain type of job, working in a call center, you earn maybe 60,000 a month when your rent is, cheap rent in Jamaica maybe 30,000. So half of your money that you don't get. Oh no, boy, please no. Push it comes out a little bit. Push this forward. Sorry, no, push this forward. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so you can pass.
to Kenya Bites. Big up yourself so that you never miss an episode. Big up yourself. Thank
Big
you
up
for the
yourself,
support.
Man. Yeah, man. So, guys, if you're not there in the live stream and you're not subscribed, please just click the X for a second, click the subscribe button, and then you click back the chat, please.
Yes.
It helps us, you know. I live in Portmore. Avan Anderson say I live in Portmore and plant lots of fruits and vegetables. Yeah, we used to, but round our backyard, it hard around this of a plant.
We have to
It's
import
rough,
dirt.
man.
We have to literally import the dirt.
Jaja God, it hard around this of a plant.
The land here is not very fertile. It's hard, and we have to literally import the dirt, put nutrients in, and it's a process. And we are learning about it. And that's the next thing too. Family is not so easy. Not everybody have a green thumb. You know, my mom. Big up, that's some chambers.
1 second, sorry. Go on.
My mom used to plant everything. My mother come from St. Elizabeth, by the way. Right? My mother used to plant yam. She used to plant dasheen. She used to have a banana and a planting trees. She used to have so much. And she used to plant all that. And, you know, like, it's hard to do it here. When I was a child growing up,
in
town, yes, it was in town. But we had enough space in our backyard that she could do all this. So we had a very fruitful backyard. But now in our backyard, we're having a little challenge. You see, sometimes from time to time, we probably allude to it in our videos. It can be a bit difficult, right? It can be a bit difficult. Thank you very much. Can be a bit difficult, but we definitely have tried. But planting is not as easy. I think it's Avan that talk about the planting. Mrs. See, you know about your planting, man. You're a farmer. You're a farmer. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. I would love to be able to do that. I want to have a herbal little garden, like a little pot section with all my herbs, with my basil and my rosemary and my mint, and so I'm striving for that in the future. But take me a little time and I learn how to do it. You know, take me a little time and I learn how to do it.
Tina Chambers, thank you very much for that. That super chat. There's no message. Tina. I don't know if it's a mistake. I didn't put a message, but I guess we'll look out for the message from you, you know. So
I think you commented earlier.
So she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the first part.
Run back.
Okay.
Go back in notes, babe.
So one more of our comments just before. Fiona Smith said, I migrated twice. Once to the US and then to Canada. Still returned to Jamaica in the end. I enjoy my time in both places and made economic progress. However, I feel Jamaica is currently poised for the construction boom, and I want to be part of that. I totally get why Jamaicans would want to migrate. Living on a Jamaican salary alone can make you fall behind fast.
Yeah, man.
If you don't have other investments. It feels like we are doing a giant population swap. Jamaicans are leaving while Americans, Canadians, and Europeans are moving in. We see it very strongly on the North Coast. It is international demand for real estate here that seems to be driving the prices sky high. Jamaica gets millions of visitors per year, many of whom fall in love. So it's a really long comment, but I think we got the point. What I want to say about this is the economical strength. Your how much money you have. Money talk. And if you in a Jamaica, you love Jamaica, you have heart. But if you don't have the dollar, you can't. You understand? A lot of the Jamaicans who, if they're honest and they come back and see them are living in them nice house or drive them nice car, a lot of them had overseas benefit. If it's not them, they go overseas. Their mother they go overseas and finance them through life. Push them through university, help them forget this, help them forget that, put them on a level. I believe in Jamaicans staying home if that's what you want. I believe in Jamaicans leaving if that's what you want. I believe in Jamaicans just building up themselves. More to see every Jamaican, no matter where they, you have the things are going good for you. And if you have to leave, if you make things going good for you
Then what
and
you
come
have to
back, go and go do what you have to do. my friend, and
Alright,
come
Tina
back.
Chambers, she come in and say, I just learned to do a super chat. Yes, so Tina, big up yourself. Yeah, man. So she say again, yes, farming is very hard because the sun is very hot. The sun hot, and in around here, so where we live, at some dump up, we don't know where they get the dirt from, our yard. The dirt, it don't grow nothing. No matter where you plant around there, it dead. And then the sun hot for true.
Listen,
Go on, me, I tell
we
you.
were planting a patch of our backyard. We wanted to plant it up with cucumber. We have all that we see them, you know. Nothing come but callaloo and basil. Callaloo and basil alone come. And one little pumpkin one time. Nothing more. And of course you must see how Adrian back me say. I put
Me
Adrian
try
to
around
work
the
on the
man.
man.
My hand them blister. When we just move come here, say, you know, guys. Me dig up round there and me try, me till the side, me try, me do everything.
He did.
And the only thing grow around there, callaloo. A callaloo alone grow around that.
One thing about callaloo, you know,
Callaloo
if you
resilient,
cut off
man.
and leave it, it grow back again, you know.
Yeah,
so
man.
we really enjoyed it. We enjoyed the basil too. But it was really hard for us. But more after getting at the whole, you know, putting my little farm in my little garden in, but boy, it's hard. We have to literally import in that dirt.
Alright, Stina Patroen asks, why did you guys choose to live in Jamaica and not migrate? Do you think you would be doing better if you migrated? Alright, so I'm gonna start with me, why I chose to stay in Jamaica. I could have at various points in time, you know, I have friends where them run off on visa and thing, and you know, get a visa and run off. But me, what would I put this now? So I lived in Jamaica, growing up, being here, went to sixth form, then university, do a little work and travel. So I got the cultural experience back then during work and travel. After that, then I started working. So basically, I was back then, to be honest, I was kind of naive. And also, I much prefer to be home. To be honest, I much prefer to be home back then because I tell myself, say, being in Jamaica, I go and work, I can achieve what I really want to achieve. It was very difficult. It was very difficult though, I must say. But when I really got reality. When reality really struck me, when I got older, like in my mid-20s or so, I realized I was a professional working at the Spanish Town Hospital. So guys, for those who don't know, I worked at the Spanish Town Hospital as a medical technologist during my professional time after I finished university. And being there, I find say I have to work one heap of hours if I can, you know, afford certain little things, you know. But yeah, it's hard, man, you know. The basic salary, I wouldn't have been able to survive if it was on just my basic salary alone. But I must say that because I was able to do a lot of overtime at the Spanish Town Hospital, I could have basically like kind of see my way through. But for those persons in my profession who were only able to work the basic hours, that will be rough for them. And actually, I have a few, like a couple of friends who, two of them, like persons who do my training that actually went overseas.
Yeah, I actually know medtechs in Jamaica and medtechs overseas. For me personally, I've thought about America, I've thought about Canada. Those are the two places. What I think is one of the major drawbacks is, for me, again, we are not the average. We are both university graduates.
Yeah.
So we would have left school, had our work, and we are looking at it and saying, boy, I can do more if I'm there. But to be able to go there and to make the plans and everything and following through, and it just happened so that we did not reach to the point where we said, all right, now is the time to go. At the same time, we wanted to establish ourselves in Jamaica first.
I think if life is really, really hard, we still would have probably take up a foot now and run a long time.
Yes.
Because also, guys, so
like it's hard,
so
but we saw ourselves going through.
Yeah. So we actually we both don't work in our professions, right? We work as medical representatives here, and as a medical representative, you get paid a little more than say you work as a pharmacist or a nurse or medical technologist in my case.
And the hours are different.
You work less hours. You can't be frank, baby.
Yes.
Just say less hours now. You have to say hours are different.
The hours are
you work less hours. You work less hours. You don't have to do no whole heap of overtime. And you
to make up.
Yeah.
And I think
you get more benefits as well. In the job that we are doing, we get more benefits. Like traveling expenses are covered, motor vehicle upkeep, stuff like that. So we're covered in this aspect. Versus if we were supposed to be working in our profession, it'll be different for us. So that is part of the reason to why we never took up a foot on a leave at the time.
But at the same time too, like we made good decisions when it came to the courses that we studied and the job that we were able to get. We were very fortunate for that. And at the same time, we did look at the possibility of leaving. We went very far into it. It's just that with life moving as fast as it did, we say, you know what, let us see if we can settle here for now. And we also wanted to ensure that we have somewhere to live in Jamaica first. Because Jamaica is always going to be home. So even if we leave, we want to make sure that we have one little piece of the rock before. But
Donovan McFarlane, big up for the super chat, Big up yourself.
Big up Donovan.
I don't see actual comments. You can drop the comments so we can read it. Here, Donovan, thank you very much. And again, guys, if you're not kind enough to leave a super chat, we much appreciate it. And it also your message is highlighted so we can see it and read it much easier. Leon Robinson asks, can a retired person getting 5,000 a month survive in Jamaica on the North Coast?
A US 5,000?
That are like 700. How much? That's how much? 750,000 that a month in Jamaica.
People would want your salary. Okay? Talk about retirement.
A big executive salary them there, Leon. So yes, you can survive.
You can more than survive.
You can survive with that, man. I mean, rent aside, of course. Even if you pay rent, even if you pay $100,000 rent, you can still.
How much your rent?
$1,000 rent. Because most of these places in the upscale areas on the North Coast, a lot of them rent is a US dollar. Them quoting a rent. So if you pay $1,000 or $1,200 for rent, you still be able to afford life. Junior Char, big up for the super chat.
Big up.
Respect. Bandit for true love say, with you I'll drive and hard work. You all would have been way ahead. I agree, and that's what we wanted to bring out in the video. But persons, not everybody, some persons, they took it as what you said.
I think one person even commented saying like you guys are so fortunate that a lot of other people, okay, you be talking like this, but we are not going to be hypocrites. We're not going to sit down there and make your things say, oh, Jamaica is like, is everywhere, every Jamaican you see out there is like us. We are telling you straight up as it is, we are very fortunate and we do enough things. So,
man. We do
a lot of things.
Man. Trust me.
If you are in our house looking, we are busy bees. You understand?
May I tell you,
we are busy.
Guys, listen. We not have a regular life no more. We and literally it's like I run, we are running now. Like we are running a marathon together. So we now are left far behind because we can't left far behind because we're a team. So we say, Kiasa, this next,
Yes.
And what we love with her, she does say, yeah man, she ready. What we go you say, Kiasa, and she ready, you understand? So
we do a lot.
Yeah, so our weekend them crazy.
Yeah.
Our weekends are crazy. We do so much.
We do a
lot.
You
understand? So
and Jaden is saying it will tell them all of what you did this morning.
Jay, come tell him about this morning. Jay, you never brush. But come quick, tell him where you did what on this morning. Tell them. Tell them.
Okay, guys. So
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Say good night.
good night, guys. So this morning we went over to the Airbnb and started shore coated the
Paint. What do you call it?
painting the walls.
Prime.
Prime the
Uh-huh.
walls.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. So this morning, me and Jaden go paint. High five. We can show them a little glimpse. We can show them a little glimpse of what we do this morning.
So we're not
a
trying
little
to
sneak peek.
we're
of
not
some
trying to be
content.
biased at any point, and we're trying to make you know exactly how it is. We are in a certain position, but there are some Jamaicans out there in our position. I would love some Jamaicans out there see me and I say, boy, I would have loved to be doing what you're doing, because life in Jamaica can be really hard, and it's hard for us. You can imagine people who now.
Hey, look here. See Jay there? Hey, so, right, see Jay a paint. Jay a help me prime out the place, so, that's how they know. So, just stay tuned. We never get them content there, alright?
Of course.
So, me and Jaden down there prime out place. You want to see him? But I have to stop him right just now. Him have to get paint on him pants. I have to say, no, Jake, go on up now. You know? So, I mean, we do a lot, and even in terms of construction, Jesus.
We have to be innovative. I don't like.
We have to,
You must sit down and tell you,
yeah.
like how we got this done or we got that done. We have to be innovative.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Because sometimes if you sit down and wait for the loan from the bank,
Yeah.
where is it? It's not coming. It don't make sense. They're willing to give you a credit card, but they're not willing to give you a loan.
And car, they will give you a car loan and a credit card, but they're not willingly give you a loan to enhance a business. You know?
And that's the next thing that we have to look at, because sometimes persons in Jamaica, they're innovative, they have ideas, they have skills, and they have the know-it-all, and they can push forward and do business, but them don't have the capital. They don't have the startup. You see, a lot of the times they get shoved aside because persons have more money, and the people then with more money come and take up other opportunities or even take them ideas. You understand? A lot of the business in Jamaica does not give it the push that we need.
Sharon Lloyd, thank you very much for the super chat. I realized some of the persons.
Big up Sharon Lloyd.
Yeah, man. I realized some of the
she
persons. Yeah,
comment
man. Wait, should you comment up here, sir?
She gave an emoji. We just see that emoji.
Oh,
Smart.
thumbs up. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon. So, we just ask for super chat. Just drop the comment in at the super chat same time. You know.
Yeah.
Claudia Gale, blessings, guys. I want to address. Oh, thank you very much, Claudia, for the super chat. Appreciate
Big
it.
up.
Blessings, guys. I want to address that it's not easy for returning residents to return, especially trying to buy a house. Most of us don't have the 20 to 25% for down payment. Well, now, which developer are charging 25% down payment?
Bobby's on the private
Not
market.
to mention the cost of house is so high. Yes, it is high. It is high. And one of the reasons why the housing cost is so high is because they're actually appealing to the diaspora. You know, outside of the fact that cost for construction is very, very expensive. But yeah, why you guys have to be paying 20-25% down payment? Down payment most times is like 10%. So shop around, Claudia, please. Shop around here.
And try to talk to the banks too. Claudia Gale. Try to talk to the banks, because sometimes you don't have the 20 to 25% discount. I think we will cover this in one of our videos too. You might not have the money to pay the discount, but if you're buying from a private person and they can go to you and say, listen, this is the situation, but I want this property. I am willing to give you 5%. Thank you.
Yeah,
I am willing to give you 5%. And you go to the bank, and sometimes the bank is willing to lend you that 20 to 25%.
Yep.
So if you are taking it out on a mortgage, Claudia, you can go to the bank and say, I want you So although you're giving me this 90% or the 80%, why if you lend me the 20% too?
Yeah, man.
Them
Donovan
do it.
McFarlane say, we are in the process of building to return and we've encountered so far. And what we've encountered so far is that the government doesn't make it easy for or attractive for families to return. I could list the hurdles encountered. Donovan, please share more on this.
Yeah.
Let me hear more upon the hurdles we encounter as a person living overseas wanting to return to Jamaica with your family. Explain, please, a little more. Yeah, we'd love to hear.
And we'd love to hear because we too have had our challenges and our hurdles. And I think we found ourselves in this position on this channel basically as encouragers because it can be hard, Donovan. We know because we are encounter them too.
Donovan, if it's probably hard to get everything out in a comment, what we'd advise is to send us an email at thedelpratfamily@gmail.com. Just write us an email with everything we encounter. We'd be happy to read it and address it. So,
by the way, thank you
and
guys
thanks again for the super
joining
chat,
our live. Thank you for the super chats. So y'all have been such big supporters.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for that too.
Yeah, man.
Because we couldn't have been here without you guys. And we really appreciate you guys' support. We appreciate the love that you share. We appreciate the positivity in our comments all the time. And we love sharing as much knowledge that we have with you guys.
Yeah.
Alright?
Teresa Nelson.
That's mommy.
Yeah, that's Jaden's mom, you know. Yeah. Jaden, I love you, Mr. Painter. Yeah, man.
Sending love to Jay.
Yeah, man. So big up yourself, Sylvia, you know. Claudia Wright. Love watching you both. Yeah, thanks, Claudia. Appreciate
Thank
that, you know.
Mental health abroad
Alright,
is
so
real.
hold on there. Fuzzy Dan say, you can fly out to Jamaica 4 times a year if you are making 10K. Life will not be depressing, trust me. So, and that's one thing, Cass said this to me half year, that, and me the one you bring out that to me, they mention the other people, them overseas, in our same professions and stuff like that. So they can afford, talk about that.
So there are persons who I've heard about who are in similar professions as Adrian. In Jamaica, them don't own a car, them don't own a house, them go to university, you know, them are work, you know, but they don't own those stuff. And them leave, bam, 1 year, car, house. Like that. Like that. So we now sit down here and say life easy. We now sit down, our life not easy in Jamaica. So those sit down there and think say, oh, we good in Jamaica, you may not see. Is a technical person.
Yeah, I just make sure the battery not dead.
So
okay, it's good.
You may not see all the work that we put in. But as I mentioned before, we are busy bees. To accomplish what we have done down here, we are busy. We are doing so much. And other persons, when they leave here, even though they might not be doing a straight 9 to 5 and they may do extra hours, they are able to accomplish so much more than they wouldn't have been able to in Jamaica. And let's just put it real. We love Jamaica, but if you don't have the dollar, it's rough down here.
Man.
Like, over there struggle, I don't struggle in a house with AC. I don't eat strawberry.
and salmon.
And salmon. We went over there. We went over there and we were spending, I think, about a week. Went to the Airbnb, went to the supermarket, and we spent $50. And we get fresh salmon. We get steak cut beef.
$50, $7,000. That's
that can feed our family for 1 week in Jamaica. And the amount of food that we bought, and we eat healthy, you know, we never eat no junk food. But I think we did go to Arby's one at a time, and we did try a couple of other stores, a couple of the restaurants. But it was not because we we had to. We went to the supermarket and literally got our food, and we cooked and ate very well over there on $50. So we now talk about something where we don't know. We now say life go easy over there. We now say it is smooth sailing. On the face hardship, on the face racism and all them stuff that we are going. But at the end of the day, Uno would have swap it for down here.
Yeah, man.
Who
And
will
Leon
it?
Robinson, thank you very much for the super chat. As we say, guys, Leon
Leon
Robinson,
Robinson, big
I
up
want to win
yourself.
long time subscriber them. You get me?
Yeah.
I said the man at the round from we have 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers. Long time. Probably even
Big up
less. Probably even
yourself,
less.
Leon Robinson.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna look for some comment to make here. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen it all. I used to work in social services. People here live nowhere. People here have nowhere to live. Can't pay the rent. Would die without food stamps. Yeah. Yeah.
Leon Robinson.
Yeah, I am here 45 years now. I am here 45 years, so you know I am ready to go. Yeah,
Yes, you
Leon,
want
come
back,
back,
Leon.
come enjoy your retirement. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I mean we found is that you can go abroad, work for 50, maybe not 10 years, but 15, 20 years, and you
You can
come
work
back
10 years depending on what you're doing. So it all depends on what you're doing
Yeah.
and what kind of money you
and
make.
come back
You know?
to Jamaica with your US currency, your Canadian dollars, your heavy British pound, and invest, weighty British pound, and invest in Jamaica and make life for yourself.
You can come down here with the money. You may not be living a big life up there. We mentioned it in the video too, you know. In the video, we stated articles that spoke on this, that expats overseas, that when they come to live in Jamaica, they might live a far better life because they have the US currency, the Canadian currency, the UK currency. Somebody in the comments commented before and they said, I'm trying to find her comment. She said that when she's in Canada, she's spending like $250 on food. And when to come to Jamaica, she easily has spent 1,000 Canadian dollars on food. So when you really look on the differences, the disparity of the whole situation, we love Jamaica. Jamaica nice, care done, but I think that the country is developing. Tell the truth. When you go away and when you come back in 10 years, and though the place look different, it is improving. Lifestyle is slowly changing, but then guess what? Me can't tell somebody say them down here and suffer, can't pay them light bill, can't. You know people out there buy a house and can't pay the mortgage?
That's correct.
You can't pay the mortgage, you can't pay the gas prices. At 10 grand to full my tank. Yeah?
Yeah.
Gas prices is now $260, $270, $280 per liter in the tanks out in the gas station out here.
As we say, minimum wage is less than to full my tank. So for somebody earning minimum wage, if them take the whole of them pay for the week, they wouldn't be able to buy gas to full my tank.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to drive basically. You
Mm-hmm.
couldn't drive. One of the things is Jamaica is developing, and a lot of the expats, when you go over there and you send your remittances, we need that. The country needs that to run.
Yeah.
You
So,
understand?
I mean, the mayor spoke about people migrating are cowards. Like, seriously? The man don't understand Jamaican economics. Tourism and remittances are the two best foreign exchange earners for Jamaica. That's a big part of our
We need y'all to
GDP.
send us money,
You
okay?
understand? Yeah, man, take care of your kids. Because even my father, for example, my father migrated when I was 15 because life was getting difficult for him to maintain us as kids at the time. He migrated, he could take care of us, pay our school fee, send me through university, along with my mom, of course, send me through university. And me have to be grateful for that. Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, remittance is important to us. So you can't say Jamaicans are cowards. So the guy was actually, the mayor was actually talking about opening up again on the browser. So let us give some background to the statement that he made. We didn't mention that in the video. So yeah, read what he actually said. So
Okay,
yeah.
so Mobe Deputy Mayor Richard Vernon has taken a swipe at Jamaican expatriates who seek greener pastures at the expense of developing their homeland. Vernon insisted that patriotic youths should stay in Jamaica and build their country. Only cowards run away to the America because they are seeking out opportunity. Opportunities are there overseas, but do not run away and leave your country, especially leaving indefinitely, and you and you won't want to contribute to the further development of your country. But me understand this. So if you can stay here and build. But if you don't have nothing to contribute here, we have to stay here.
If you can't make ends meet.
Then if you can't make ends meet, Adrian, you have nothing to contribute.
No matter what, you stay and better, man.
If
Go overseas,
exactly.
make some money, build up your yard, come back home with your money, set up a business.
Persons leave Jamaica with a mortgage down here that they can't pay. Car down here where them can't finance. Can't buy the gas feet no more. Can't take care of the pit no more. Them leave, go overseas, and they're able to pay off that mortgage. They're able to build on the house that they have out here. So when them come back, them have something. What I'm trying to say is, if you're out here and you can't make two ends meet, how me I gonna develop the country? Me if you can make the two ends meet, and I think it's for the government to meet the citizens halfway. So what are you doing, Mr. Vernon, to improve the situation in Jamaica?
Guys, over 250 of you are here in the live, but we have only 155 likes.
Like up the video, guys.
Yeah, man, just click the X on the chat button there, so click the X, please, and just hit like, please. We want the like count to go up, please. It really helps us, you know?
Yep.
You know, we're taking time away from, you know, Sunday evening to interact with you guys. So just, you know, give it the likes. Drop the likes then, please.
Alright, so let us see what everybody's saying in the comments now.
Make we go there, so.
Let's see the comments.
Alright, yeah, we'll just probably pick some random one, I guess.
Alright. Kevin Robinson said very nice. Carl Black said facts, that's the reality.
Guys, next thing. I want to know from a lot of persons. They are overseas and yet still they're overseas and they chose to leave Jamaica, go overseas. And they are there telling persons, don't come. Yet you're there, you know?
President say, I'm here in US for 14 years. I have a triplex in California and I'm building 2,400 square feet house in Maypen. Big up yourself, ready for windows and tile. Big up yourself,
man. Make you know Fuzzy Dan if you think that you've achieved that being here in Jamaica.
Yeah, Fuzzy Dan, if you're there in Jamaica.
No college education and was legal at first. And was illegal at first. So you run off, you know, big up yourself, you know?
So Fuzzy Dan, it's the hard part, don't it? Where you put in the work and you do your thing and it's, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, man.
Trying to open it.
Hold on, go up on the notes. Yeah.
This person says, Don Rule 28. Well,
this is from this is from the original video.
From the original video. I'm glad I was a covered 33 years ago. Long story short, I am now 65 years old, retired with a pension, social security, and medical for the rest of my life. Also, I have my 401k and my 401k, sorry, 401k, and my 457 retirement fund as go on with yourself, yeah? Don't you? Go on with yourself.
Yeah, man.
Like, how can I hate on somebody that went and better themselves? Me can't do it.
Teresa Nelson. Yeah, thanks, Sylvia.
Big up yourself.
Respect.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Much respect for that, you know. Yeah.
Sheep of God says, well, I'll be a coward. I am not sorry I migrated because for a young man, I got the opportunity and I run. I love my homeland, but I never stopped till I was successful though. I make $1,190 every week, and that's my basic salary a week. That is equal to 178,500 Jamaican dollars. And the more hours I clock, the more I make. The other day I make $1 million Jamaican dollars. in a month. That amazed me. I was in Jamaica working for 5 years and couldn't save that money. Sigh. I was making around 650 Jamaican a year in Jamaica. Now I'm making 12 plus million a year, Jamaican dollars that is, in the US. Am I a coward? In favor idiot. I never go college. I just come America and I go a couple weeks class and start working. That money, thanks be to God for blessing me so I could make it out. Anywhere, nowhere. Anyways, nowhere like home. I love you, Jamaica, but I have to seek greener pastures. Sometimes you have to go out, they go look it and carry it back. That's how you go.
So the thing set, man. Yeah, so many left Jamaica as a child, myself included. I mean, when I was in high school, a lot of my friends in high school, their parents were overseas. Majority of them when they were at school with them friends, their families were overseas. And a lot of them, when high school finished, they migrated. Some of them might not be doing as well, but a lot of them are doing extremely well. You know what I mean?
It's about applying yourself wherever you go.
Yeah,
I know persons out here right now where they might think what them fit in the future. And they might say, boy, if me go over there now, I probably not gonna get the best benefits. But if I go now, me sure say my pitney them. I go, alright. So make me go for my pitney them sake. We have to look at it. I don't know. Like, I've seen where people move from extreme poverty to helping their family and being in a much more better position. So I can't say something bad about it.
Grizzly said, as a doctor, it's hand to mouth living in Jamaica. As soon as I get the chance, I'm out. Grizzly, we as medical representatives, we have a lot of doctor friends and colleagues. So we know what you're talking about. Cass' niece is a doctor. You understand? So we understand. Doctors in Jamaica, people look on the doctor profession like say, yeah man, automatically you're raking the big bucks. Because classically and stereotypically that's what the kind of image that we are sold off with doctors. Yes, doctor is still a prestigious career.
Yes, yeah.
But being a doctor here in Jamaica is rough. The doctors have to work a lot of hours, well in excess of 60 hours, 70 hours per week.
And I'm sure you're going to do hours when you go overseas, but the payoff is just better.
Because here in Jamaica, the doctors, they work their regular 8 hours and then they leave. So they have their regular day job and a night job. So to be honest, a lot of these doctors, I don't even know how they find time to sleep. You know what I mean? Because they will work like the night times at the hospital and then they are in their private practice during the daytime. You know, so it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Anthony Johnson said, I used to be a security at UTech for 3 years now. I'm living in the US and I am now... Ooh, it jumped.
Why you have to flick it so fast?
You never flick it?
You should just take your time, man.
I live in the US and I'm now a truck driver. Big up yourself, being a truck driver make money. In training, and my training pay is $37 a week. When I'm finished with training, my salary will increase.
We can imagine.
Yourself,
And you're going to work only more hours too. You know, so you're going to make a food. I mean, being a security guard here in Jamaica, it's tough. It's one of the it's a minimum wage paying job. But of course you get that opportunity to do overtime. But it is a minimum wage job. So it's hard, but if you big up the security guard them, a lot of security guard them send them kids to university and they do a lot. The security guards specifically like, I wanna do it.
Listen,
you know?
But big up even the housekeepers.
Yeah, man.
Big up the people them who do every single job out there, cause guess what? You see, once you're working, I'm happy for you, my friend. I'm a rate you. Because getting up every day and going to work and making money, I know little boy and little pitney something. See, the little pitney them sit down on the roadside and expect that you're gonna carry the money to them. Because that's what kids do. Kids don't work, don't it? Big people go out and go work. Big up yourself once you got a job.
Yeah,
alright?
Yeah. Truck drivers can earn US $90,000 with Walmart. Yeah, man, truck drivers make money in the US, man.
You like
Trust me.
Anthony or Walmart?
Yeah, Leon Robinson said that to them. They're in America over 45 years, so him can tell you. Doctors here in Canada are still paying off student loan, so each country have their downfall for real. Avan Anderson says Jamaica is still a third world. Jamaica is doing well for our resources, which the people would stop the crime so we can benefit from our land with the water, sun. Definitely.
Definitely, Mr. Crime will stop. We are a country that is growing, but we are growing slowly. We have a lot of hiccups. We have a lot of difficulties. Some of the things that you see overseas, even when you look at property and property development and property management and how you're able to finance properties overseas, is very different in Jamaica. And some of the times it's difficult. Not even some of the time. A lot of the time it's difficult. You understand? And we are still very stereotypical in Jamaica, and we don't acknowledge certain things. Like even being a YouTuber in Jamaica, you have to go through a lot of hoops. How do you get a loan as a YouTuber? That's gonna be one of our videos to come. Alright? As a YouTuber, how do you get a loan? Because a lot of our financial institutions are still ancient in mind. They are not looking to see how the populace has matured and how they can help everybody to achieve their goals. They just stuck on the profession them and the money marks, and if you not make this, you can't get this. You know?
Shar say, I want all Jamaicans to migrate, please. They will appreciate the country after they realize how shitty other places are. Jamaica full of it too still. So, I mean, everywhere has its challenges.
Jamaica.
Everywhere has its challenges, not just Jamaica.
We love Jamaica.
She further went on to say, I work in the medical field. The doctors here work just as hard. No time for themselves, constantly on call. Exactly, let me show this. Forever, whatever your name, other places are. Yeah, I mean, everywhere have its own challenges, you know?
Everywhere, yeah. I've always said, nothing is a bed of roses, even in Jamaica. But what I always say is, for the persons overseas that, you give this really bad narrative, would you leave it and come back? Would you pick up pack up your bag?
Yeah.
Pack your knapsack.
Right this minute.
Pack your bag and come back. Would you?
That is the question.
That is the question. Would you? Because if you would, then if we see a lot of people after the expats, then they pack up and I come back here, and I say, boy, I'm not gonna then come back same way. So then we could understand. But then when you come back, when you can buy a house, when you're in Jamaica, you couldn't really buy the house. So people are wondering, I say, why? One day me can go over there and try and get my house too. You see, that is it. It's not as if you're looking and saying, boy, person look and say, boy, over there is so awesome. No struggles, no problems. 5 hours a week me I go work. That's not what people say out here now. People that say, boy, one day me can go over there and work too, get a job too, and see if me can buy one house back down here. Because you over there can buy one house out here, can try to get a loan out here, but people in a year situation out here cannot.
Me send you a link in your WhatsApp. Hold on there.
We are loving you guys and you guys loving us. So we are appreciating it.
Sorry guys, we have a little bit sorry. Because sinus draining.
Sinus.
This article says 16 teachers resigned from Campion College. And them gone overseas. Most likely them gone overseas, gonna work. And this are going, I mean, the schools have been facing mass resignations. And mind you, Campion College is one of the places where the working environment is much better than at other schools.
And that
they would have more resources than other schools. They would have most likely have better chair and desks for teacher. The staff room would have much more comfortable than a lot of schools in Jamaica. Yet still, 16 of the teachers have resigned,
Pack up their bag and gone. Why? And this is a school where a lot of teachers would want to work. Versus some of the other schools then in the more volatile areas where they would complain of certain things. So
Ricardo East, thanks for the super chat. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to this in a second. 1 second. Continue with where you're saying.
So a lot of high school. So I went to Patroen High School. So when you compare a school like Papine High School to Campion, which one of them you would want to teach? Any teachers in the comment section who know the Jamaican landscape, would you want to go to Papine School or Campion? A lot of the time, when I was in high school, I got the idea that the teachers basically would prefer to go to one of those other schools like Woolmer's and Campion, and I even heard of teachers who left my school and went to another school, and I knew her. And me just sit up there going with her things, and I was like, when I did the Papine School, anybody that go on so? Anybody that teach like that? But they do all them things there. So I'm just saying, you know, why did they leave? We have a definite problem, and I think that the government in Jamaica have to look into it. It's not something we just say, oh, them are going, so where them are gonna go? No, if they are leaving, why? How can we better our schools, better our people? How can we better what we are offering to our citizens? Listen, Jamaicans must root for Jamaicans.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if you in a government, you're supposed to walk and say, me, I live good.
Yeah,
Because me and you are compatriots. We are from the same country. You're supposed to root for me.
There's been a mass migration of teachers. And that's because, though the chances of you being shot in a mass shooting in the US is much greater than being in Jamaica, teachers are still running away to America, to Canada, to the UK to teach.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because and we said this earlier in the live stream, you know, being here in Jamaica as a teacher, it's very, very difficult to survive. You know, hand to mouth living, credit, if you live a credit union, it's much more difficult, you know. So that is the reason why. It's not because the persons are coward and them just foreign minded. No, the persons spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in university, you know, and after all of that sacrifice, them can't.
And bills to pay.
You know?
Bills to pay, and the student want to pay back. Ricardo East, thank you very much.
Man.
Ricardo East commented with a high school education living in Alberta, Canada. I am able to make 150,000 plus a year driving a truck. If I was living in Jamaica with a high school education, I probably would be working a minimum wage job. You're
exactly.
right. You're right. You'll be working on average $9,000 a week, my friend. And there was this one comment, and I commended him because him licked the nail on the head. I should have found it. Him say when him in Jamaica, him used to think say eating stuff like cashew and almonds, and eating certain type of food like all steak and some of them something there was like a little one-time thing, a little luxury something where you're gonna eat that. But now when he's living in America, him have them things that in him fridge all the time, and sometimes him don't even eat them. And it's about the quality of life, it's about the money that we pay. When you are in America and you buy a Honda Civic, like what Adrian have, you pay, and I'm just being figurative, you pay $5,000 feet. The same car that coming to Jamaica is not $5,000.
$10,000 you pay, literally. So we are earning less in Jamaica and we're paying double for commodities.
Yes.
Because of customs duty.
So for buy a car, you pay twice the amount of money as if I was living in America, or even in Trinidad, or even in Canada. Because when it come at the port and the Jamaican custom put on that duty upon it, it double the price. If I should buy certain things on Amazon and send in, if me buy clothes to carry right now, value at $150. When it comes to customs in Jamaica,
$16,000.
pay the same $150 to clear it.
Yeah.
So the same clothes that you buy over there, if you pitney, me have to pay twice the amount for it. And if I
with
go
less
in
salary.
with less salary, and if I go into the stores to buy it, I'm paying 3 times, sometimes 4 times the amount of money for it.
So,
because custom duties are down on it, then the transportation and the store cost and the store profit. So when it comes to food, it's not the same because it come at Jamaica and then GCT are down on that, as well as the custom duties. When it comes to clothes, are the same thing.
Literally.
When it comes to electronics are I think about 25% tax. So electronics will pay even more.
Guys, I went to go overseas last time. Year before last, 2019.
When we're getting married.
Yeah. We go there twice that year there. So one at a time we go Walmart and we literally find some shorts for Jaden for $1. You remember? And some shirt.
Yeah.
And I refract them, you know.
And we were looking for, we were still getting stuff for our home. So we went into the store and I remember specifically that we paid about $5 for a pack of utensils that would have cost $6,000 in Jamaica. So think about it, $5, we're not exaggerating, $5, and compare the cost to $6,000 in Jamaica. So when we look at certain quality things that are in America to out here, it's not the same. I remember watching this YouTuber that was in Jamaica recently, and they bought goods in Jamaica and they bought goods as they went back overseas. And when they were comparing the value that they got over there to the value that they got in Jamaica, is not the same. They were able to spend $300, almost $450, as opposed to must see the trolley them. The trolley them almost 3 trolley. You understand? To what they got.
Yep.
And then when you look at the amount of money they spent in Jamaica at the supermarket, and they never buy food to feed their family like when they buy.
And look, knickknacks, I would say knickknacks them buy.
50 grand them spend. So it's not the same.
Yeah. Camara Hasted, thank you very much for the super chat. Me not see no comment attached to it. But thank you very much. If you just want to support, you want to leave a super chat just to support, you're free to do that. You get me? I say? We not really go live often, you know, but thank you very, very much, Camaria. Alright? Wow Factor said custom duty in Jamaica is rough. They can definitely do better. The government, you see the thing is though, the government use that as a big cash cow, you know. You know what I mean? So custom duty plus the hustling officers. We're not talking about the left and right officer them. We're talking the officer them with a right ticket. Them the sector there a big part of revenue stream for the government. So they make sure the customs pressure we, and then make sure that the officer them pressure the motorists them out there, especially like the taxi man them and the bus man them. You know?
So if you drive,
pressure. Yeah, man.
Like
justice. Thanks for that. You're doing justice, man. You're doing justice. Thank you very much.
Big up yourself, justice.
Yeah, man.
Shay Scott says you have a lovely family and doing well in Jamaica. Why would you leave? As long as you can travel, it isn't worth it. Well, Shay Justice, we are very thankful for what we've been able to accomplish in Jamaica. But we are also talking to the people them who never accomplished what we accomplished, and saw that it was better if they left to accomplish it and come back. So Shay, big up yourself, big up yourself.
C.A. Jones say, this is a one-sided discussion. This would have been better if you had people living abroad in the discussion.
We are going to try and do that.
We are going to do that. We have no foreign friend and family and thing where we can. This is a very good comment, and I think this would be a very good video idea.
Oh,
you know?
by the way, for our next live, we are working on having you guys call in.
Yeah.
So this will be more interactive.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we are working on that for our next live.
Yeah, man. Simone Brady, long time we not see in our comments, you know, but we know say
Simone.
with your debut, another one of our long time subscribers. We're glad to say your debut, same way, Simone. Big up yourself. How's the purchase going? Let us know, you know. Let us know what's going on there. Pull up 2 more of them comment from the video, no? So go on. The live are fun though, it's really fun. We are approached 2 hours.
Very interactive.
Yeah, man, we are approached 2 hours now, one thing, you know. And yeah, we really appreciate the comments. And again, guys, we ask if you like the video, please just press the little X and click like for it, please. It really helps us, okay? Yeah, man. The grass is always green on the other side until you get there and see for yourself. That's true. I mean, and there are a lot of horror stories, but persons wouldn't really share. Me know people who come to Jamaica from overseas. When them come here, me I live better. we're living better than them. I mean, there will always be these kind of cases.
There's
you know?
like nothing is always like one way, set one way.
Yeah.
But we have to just look at all the positives, look at the negatives,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why you don't just up and run and leave. You have to look at your situation. So for example, Mr. Anthony looked and he said, boy, me a security down here, me I make this.
Yeah.
Me see where me can go this so and do that. So you calculate the risk. You have to always calculate the risk, you know. It's not that you're gonna just get up and say, oh boom, gone. You have to calculate the risk. When me I gonna do when I go over there, what it's gonna require of me, and be honest to yourself. You really want to do it?
Yeah.
You really want to work 2 jobs? Yeah, you know what I mean? You just where really want to do.
Guess what? Yes, there are horror stories everywhere. Living everywhere. Maybe I have more in some countries than in others.
In
you
some
know?
states than in others.
In some states than in others.
And I would always
Go on.
I would always
Keep it after you.
recommend that persons think, and that's why we never just up and leave. We like to calculate our risk and see if it is beneficial. So if me I do this here so and this is what I have now. If I go somewhere else, if I leave my country, I should be getting more. So we like to calculate our risk. And for that we thought about if we're living in the state, which state would be the best state to live in. And not every state you must go jump go live. Like it is not worth it. Some persons say big house bring big property tax, not all states. Some states have certain tax and certain laws while some don't. And some places have racism while some don't. Some places no man, you have some
It's
parts.
everywhere, it's rampant everywhere.
Everywhere out.
But it's more subtle.
Guys,
Hush.
we did a wash today, you see?
Hush.
We did a lot today, no. We did a wash today, wash carry clothes today, and trust me, my hand
Yeah.
right here, it got bruised.
Because she normally will have a different washing machine to carry clothes.
But it
not work. We don't know how to go on. So she use her hand wash carry stuff.
Yeah.
Come here, Hasted. I'm coming. Hasted. I'm coming to your super chat. Thank you very much. Right, coming to it.
Thank you very much, Camelia.
We had
Camera.
Cameria. We had a subscriber that come to stay at our Airbnb just recently. And by the way, guys, we thanks for the support. We thank you all for the support.
Yeah.
A lot of subscribers have been staying with us at our Airbnb, and they've been doing. They really like the experience staying with us. But we're gonna plug the Airbnb soon. We'll soon plug that. We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
We can't plug the ad right now for Airbnb. Right, but she mentioned that when she was living in Jamaica, mind you, she was doing okay for herself in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, she was a professional in Jamaica, have her car and everything. She said one time she was her kids went to prep school, so at them kind of life that the person was living, you know. She said when she was carrying her son to prep school back then, you know Maxwell Avenue, one heap of shootout go on them places sometimes. So she remember one day when she was carrying the boy to school and shootout start. And you know, so they have to get flat in the car.
Jesus.
You understand? And from that day there, he got scarred. He no want to come back to Jamaica. The brother, she had a younger son and she bring him. And he's younger, you know. He came, he wasn't born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't really little when he was in Jamaica.
Yeah.
He come back, but the bigger ones, him not come back.
Because he's scared.
Man, you guys, come back home, make the money over there and come back home. Camera will soon come to your comment. Syed say, I love your family and your child, but the discussion does not show that you have empathy for black people who are surfing. A black people you're saying, right, Syed? Who are suffering. I'll say suffering. Okay. There are issues there when it comes to racism and stuff like that. But empathy, why you say we're not showing the empathy? There was no situation to speak about as it relates to that. We were talking, remember the conversation is about the
expats, so persons who will leave Jamaica for a better life.
Right, so we're not talking, the conversation is not about that.
We don't know, we don't really know what particular situation you're talking about. From you could shed light.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, so, But Cameria, thank you very much. All right, big up yourself.
She says the people living in Jamaica are not donating. LOL. That's a clear indicator of the financial climate.
Oh my
if
God.
America is so hard, why don't they move back home?
Right. I mean, yes, Cameria. I mean, us here in Jamaica, it's really good if we could have do a little more super chat, you know. It's good if we could have, I want to tell you, say, you can't do super chat in Jamaica. That's for sure,
Yeah, you can.
But you can use PayPal and donate on PayPal. But I mean, Jamaica is not even a market for them to say we need to ensure that Jamaica has this option because.
You can pull it, please.
Close it.
Pull it.
Oh, here you go. So you never owe me while ago already.
Yes, but I
Okay.
pick back and it couldn't.
Okay.
Intermission, a breaking
Yeah.
intermission for Jaden snack.
Jaden, that one got you know. Jaden eat him dinner already, you know, and him mix cornflakes now.
And this is it. Persons will say, for me personally, I wanted to ensure that I have a certain lifestyle. Somebody study hard, I'm gonna go to school. I was one of those persons that sat down and planned and say, all right, what we need to do for live a particular lifestyle. I never want to be able to have kids and can't feed them. I want to have kids that are well fed. I want to can carry out my kids every now and then. I not say I want to reach, you know, but I want to be able to take care of myself. I don't want to be living a rent house and can't pay rent. You hear me already before in the previous video. I'm afraid of rent. I can buy my house. I don't have my dream house yet, but at least I want to see myself working towards it, improving myself and my life, and improving my kids' life. And there are persons out there who stay like me. Now you might be in different situations, and that's the reason why I don't look down on people. I don't talk bad about people, because if I saw you have to go make your money, then go on, I will support you. Because it's like me there in Jamaica, you know, and me can feed my sons. My people, they might eat good food, you know. Right? Me can drive car, you know. No people in Jamaica can do what me I do. So for me go say, you know, a coward, how that make me look? That does make me look like me selfish and me have ill will towards other people who are for them people enough to eat food too.
Say Jones was talking about the George Floyd situation. That happened a long time and I did a video on it.
Yeah, we did.
Kias never ever want to talk about it at the time because it was so traumatic. And yeah, but I did a video way back, a long time not going, you know.
Yeah, but I don't see
another
how
one
it
that
would
it
be
go on.
relevant
Yeah, man,
to
another
what's
one there.
happening
Yeah,
in
but
this
another we
discussion.
had talk about now.
Yeah. We don't know how it
Yeah,
will be
and a different thing
relevant
that.
to this discussion.
But as we say, guys, we are going to bring other persons on. We're gonna bring other
next
persons
time we're
on.
gonna have
and
persons can call
yeah, can
in.
call in or you know stuff like
And,
that.
yeah.
You know, justice. Yeah, hold on.
Okay, you need to go back down.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a new one
It's a bit
again,
too far.
but yeah. So again, thanks very much, Justice. You know.
So thank you guys very much for joining us again on our live.
Yeah, man. And remember to hit the like button. Alright, if you haven't liked the videos. Yeah, George Floyd happen every day in the US. Yeah, we understand that, you know, said. And mass shootings are going too. And we all know that that's well televised, but yet still peer persons are still going to US. So yes, there are issues. We are not ignoring. Yeah, we're not ignoring that at all.
There are definitely issues. But what we're saying is that Jamaica is no better rose. And if somebody decide that they want to leave, who am I to criticize and put them down for that? Especially if they see the benefit. If they see the benefit and if them benefiting and their family better, go on, my friend.
Yep.
But if you see that you're over there, you now make ends meet, then you're gonna need to come back to your yard. Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, we're gonna plug in our Airbnb. Remember that we are Airbnb hosts, right? So we have what we call our tropical vacay in Portmore. Jay, sorry guys. Jay, please stop. Please, for a second. Kids, right? Yeah, so we have our Airbnb in Portmore. We're building another one. A lot of subscribers have stayed at our accommodation before and they love it. Link is in the description, right? Check it out. Tropical vacay. Look on it. Check out the reviews. 5-star rated Airbnb listing. Check it out. Alright, very, very affordable as well. So if you are returning to Jamaica, if you have a friend where come stay in a Jamaica, refer them to us. Alright? Refer our listing to them, I should say. So yeah, check it out. Tropical Vacay in the description. All right?
Another comment that we got before says the cost of living in the States is high too. And the minimum wage in some states is under $8 an hour. But what makes it easier is that America has access to credit instead of depending on only cash. This makes it easier for a low-income worker to borrow money for vacations, etc. America run off of debt, which makes it seem easier, but sometimes it's not really so. Also, America has an elaborate welfare system for lower income workers, which I wouldn't expect Jamaica to implement because of lack of funding. So when it comes to the welfare system, when it comes to the schools over there, it's different. You have to talk about schools over there that are free, where give them a laptop. So everybody who comes to that school has a laptop. Anybody who comes to that school has an iPad, right? All schools are not the same over there. All areas are not the same. But then I beg to say, if you go in a country, try and seek out the best opportunities that you can. Yeah, Jamaica, why you did good.
Soccer kids say, come to Canada, you will like the 6 months of snow. We know say Canada rough. We know. My closest brethren live in Canada. Big up yourself, Rugo.
And in
right?
Canada?
In Canada now still, and him a doing thing. Him just buy a brand new 2022 Honda card. Him just buy it the other day.
And if him be in Jamaica,
but, yeah,
would that be able to happen for him?
When him there Jamaica, I want to James say do it over there, so please. I just said it to you. Yeah. As a matter of fact, just stop. Wait till we're through, please. Okay?
We're almost done.
Yeah, just stop. And wait till we're through. Conflicts is so noisy. And for a child to be doing that in the background, it's just put on the box key and wait till we're done. We're soon done. Yeah.
That's Jaden's favorite snack.
Yeah.
Alright? So after I'm done eat half an hour, he's like, can I eat cornflakes? Like literally, half an hour, he's like, can I eat cornflakes? I'm like, Jaden, your food don't digest yet.
Yeah, man. So, guys, again, we're not naive. We know what we're going. Rugo over there struggle. We know that. You know, better roast for him. Do whole heap of hours. And him show me and him video call often. We in a WhatsApp group and we talk often. Just a few of us, tightly knit circle and we talk and share every little thing. So, I know say living in Canada as somebody that doesn't have a big educational background is very, very difficult. But it might take him time and he must see him way through, And
better than if he was in Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. You can probably pull up one or two more comments, Dennis Francis said, my children get free laptops in Canada, however we pay massive amounts of taxes. Yeah.
I'm trying to find some fresh ones. So this person basically
this is from the previous video, by the way, guys.
Yeah, the previous video.
Yeah.
Jamaica has always suffered from brain drain. Bachelor's, masters, medical people, PhD degrees and expenses. Degrees are expensive and include investment in many years of your life. There should be the presumption of a decent return on your investment for a better standard of living. Politicians are totally out of touch with the working class Jamaicans. They can say anything. They don't buy groceries in their houses, nor pay JPS or NWC. Who feels it knows it. The business owning class simply increase its prices. Even Jamaicans receiving US pensions are feeling the pinch. And the US dollar is yielding less and less Jamaicans every month. Maybe the other currency pensions are also feeling a little pinch. How much on the light bill? Yeah, I'm telling the JPS bill. JPS and Water Commission, and when you, what I'm gonna know, it's, I think that's, and I'm gonna say it again. Oh, because we got one more super chat.
Yeah, Ricardo East.
Ricardo
We
East.
soon,
I think that,
yeah.
again, we support Jamaicans who want better for themselves. So if you can stay at Jamaica and get your better, I support you for that. But if you have to leave, I support you for that too. Because who am I to tell you what to do? I mean, in a situation, if they say who feels it knows it, who feels it knows it, and sometimes these people not feel it.
That is
So
it.
they can talk anything they want.
That is it.
Because them not feel it when them a go for buy simple clothes for them. Listen, I bought bottles for Kyrie online, and when the bottles came, I used them, but then the nipples got damaged and I need replacement. I decided to go into the store in Jamaica and buy the same brand bottles, and it's not even the same quality. Look at the imitation. The price was the same.
Same price?
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
pay
I have
the
to
same
go
money?
back. Yes, I have to go
Okay.
back to buy them online again overseas.
Yeah.
And the clothes is the same. The clothes is not the same quality, and the price is more. When you go overseas, Jaden agent said it. We were able to walk in the store, and to our surprise, we could get $1 shorts. Like we literally got about 4 to 5 pair of shorts for Jaden for $1 each. And them pair of shorts with that thickness, with that quality, if we're buying that in Jamaica, it will cost far more.
Mind you guys, one commenter said that the argument kind of lopsided because we don't have somebody from over there
Overseas.
talking about their story, and we will adjust that in the future, right?
Yeah, but I think that we have
yeah.
enough comments of persons saying, hey, my life got better.
Yeah, yeah.
And other persons saying, boy, it tough over here.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I think more persons are saying, my life did better. Even though it did hard, I achieve more here than, you know?
Yeah, Ricardo E said,
Big up yourself, Ricardo.
thank you very much for the super chat, Ricardo. It's good to have a skill or a trade when moving to Canada, the US or UK. As some educational background. If not, your life can be hard just as you were in Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is definitely true. That is so true. That is
you
so
have
true.
to have, and that's why I said before, like, when you're leaving, calculate the risk, calculate the cost. When we go over there, I go to school, I go try and get a little course right there, so we can go do that particular type of work. I encourage person, that's what we do on our channel. If you're gonna do something, then think it out. Make sure so you're putting yourself in a good place, in a good situation, because you're leaving your country, you're leaving your family, you're leaving where you're comfortable, where you're known. So if you're gonna go somewhere strange, you have to have some form of plan. You can't just leave and just say, hey, me just there. Just like that. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But with that being said, we certainly loved having you guys. What a lovely
Yeah, man.
2
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. 2 hours, over 2 hours. Yeah, man.
And we got 290 people on our live.
At this moment, yes.
Guys,
Yeah,
big
man.
up on yourself if you gave us a super chat.
Yep.
We really love
Thanks,
it.
thanks.
We hear it. So
Yep.
the different sides of the story. Some persons over there find that it was really rough and hard, and that the grass was greener in Jamaica. But the overwhelming comments are saying that, you know, me this is better for myself. So at the end of the day, we're saying, be true to yourself, Jamaicans. Don't put yourself in any situation where you're going to be hurt, or where you're going to be in an unfortunate situation than when you're in Jamaica. If you are left Jamaica, it must be for better. That's my only requirement.
Yes.
Like if you leaving here, you must leave here for better. Alright? Leave here and go get it.
Yeah, man. And guys, we just want to hit the like button. Press the like button.
The like button.
Right? We'll wrap up now, but just press the X, the little X to close the chat, and just press the like button, please, before you go.
Yes.
Alright? Thank you very much for coming. Alright?
Yes.
Just share this video. It will be so other persons can watch this on the replay. Just share it
Yes,
down the
yes,
WhatsApp
yes.
group. You know, we much appreciate that. Alright?
Wanna take one more comment?
Yeah, man, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, just subscribe to it, please.
So
Subscribe.
when you guys subscribe, you guys help us.
Yeah, man.
When you're subscribed, I know a lot of you probably don't subscribe, but you still see our video pop up because
Yeah.
you watch it. So YouTube will continue feeding you some of our videos, but you also miss some of our other videos. We do a lot of stuff, and we are very informative over here. If you like our commentary, if you like our channel, if you watch 1 and 2 of our videos, subscribe, because when you subscribe, you actually help us. All right, become a D Squad member by hitting that subscribe button, and you help us to reach more persons. You help to build our platform as well. Give us a thumbs up on this and other videos, because it really helps us as well.
Yeah, man.
Turn on your post notification bell, put the setting on all.
Yeah, man. Camera also the last thing. She said nothing is easy. Keep God close and pray. Yes, Camera. Thank you very much.
That.
And that's a good message to wrap up.
Like
Alright?
that.
Keep
Like
God
that.
close and pray. So
Thank
we gotta,
y'all for the love.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all for the comments.
We're out, guys.
Bye.
We're out. Yes, stop this.